Hi everybody, and welcome to your monthly reading by sign. So we're going to see who is next. For August we have Aquarius. Welcome Aquarius. You can also check out your moon and rising sign for a more complete view of the month if you like. So the astrology for August is pretty active. We have a full moon to begin the month on August 1st. And then we have a new moon in sidereal Cancer at the final degrees happening August 16th. And then we have Mercury retrograde August 23rd through September 15th. And we finish off the month with a full moon, so a blue moon, and that'll be on August 30th. And we still have Venus retrograde for this entire month, and that only happens once every 18 months, so it's not like Mercury where we get 3 or 4 a year. It's rather, we'll do a pick a card reading for that if you want to check that out as well. And let's see what Aquarius needs to know for August. Ooh, okay. Well, the star, your card came out right away. Number 17. All right, being in your power this month. Well, that makes sense because in tropical astrology, the first full moon will be in Aquarius in your sign, and then by the end of the month, by the blue moon, it'll be in Aquarius in sidereal astrology. So this is definitely, the lunar cycles can be impactful on you. We'll get a couple Queen of the Moon cards to help you out with that. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, so new earth, and the Page of Wands, new fire, new passion, new inspiration to create, perhaps. This new moon on the 16th might be an especially powerful point for you to plant new seeds and new intentions. And we have the Six of Swords. And that's Mercury in Aquarius, I believe. So success will be yours. You'll be moving on to a better situation, but not without effort and hard work. But although it seems effortless for you this month as far as how empowered you are by these full moons, it's going to push you in a new, easy direction. You could be feeling called by your higher self, by purpose. And underneath the deck, we do have the Tower card, so that comes right before you, number 16. It's that inspiration. It could be that push that you need to push you out of the nest, out of an uncomfortable situation, or if some things, may build to a climax of being uncomfortable to where they need to change, and you're like, okay, well, I'm off in a new direction. I'm pursuing new land for myself. A new opportunity awaits, something better. Rejection is God's protection, right? So, you definitely have the faith in knowing that wherever you're headed towards next is going to be easier and more compatible with you than whatever it is that you've been experiencing recently. It doesn't even have to be traumatic or stressful. It could just be, I have a smarter way of working. I have a better way of working or doing this than I've been doing it. So there's some innovation, some creativity, which you're known for. You're ruled by Uranus. You think outside the box. Let's see what your astronomy cards have for you, or astrology cards for Aquarius. Okay, I'll get 4 of those. All right, underneath we have Pluto, transform. All right, well, there's nothing more powerful of a push to transform than the Tower. So there are massive changes afoot for you. Scorpio could also be an important person or time for you coming up. And we have Venus. All right, Venus is retrograde. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. So again, it could be reevaluating what you find valuable. Your time, your money, your relationships. There's a reprioritization here. And perhaps that's what's influencing these changes. Maybe you just had a new addition to the family and now you're having to change the way you work or make money in order to accommodate that expansion. And then we have House 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So ruled by Mercury, which is going retrograde on the 23rd. So rethinking, redoing, reassessing going on. And then we have fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. I love how this came out underneath the Page of Wands. So Aries, Sag, and Leo. And we have, again, the sun moving into that fire sign of Leo in sidereal on the 17th of August. But it's already there in tropical timing. So, again, it's like someone lit a fire under you or some circumstance You're feeling impassioned and blazed with an urgency or a desire to change or do better in some area of your life. And then we have Earth, persistence, patience, and practicality, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So we have that showing up here too in the Page of Coins. So again, I get this moving to a new land. Some of you might be physically moving, establishing new roots. That might be the Tower too, destroying one home in order to relocate to another, breaking things down with Pluto, decomposition, severing of relationships as a part of your physical uprooting. Okay, let's take a look at your Queen of the Moon Oracle as I felt. So we're going to get two for you. I want one for the first full moon, August 1st, for Aquarius. Okay. And Fruition came out. It's a full moon, the harvest moon. So whatever it is, again, maybe that you've been working for, this is what you're harvesting, the pearl in the oyster here. And the pearls form through irritation, repetition, grit, some kind of friction that was necessary to propel this change or to manifest this jewel. But this harvest moon typically comes in the fall. I mentioned Scorpio is an important time. It could be coming up in September, but this is definitely a full moon, and I asked for the first full moon. That would be the card. Let's read about that for you. As the season turns, there is always a time when the potential of the spring begins its manifestation. The crops grow tall and they are ready to harvest. They have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. Page of Coins. And the trees have flowered, and now there is fruit to pick. It is time for the harvest. I welcome the joyous fruition of all the intentions I set. The harvest moon is a time to be happy about our success and to share it with others. Our ancestors would dance and sing and have community festivals of thanks, all to celebrate the fruition of all that hard work and to thank the gods for their assistance. These times of high energy are also times to really focus on your body, as they can be quite taxing on our systems. If we don't take care, it is often the time we can get ill. This moon normally falls on the moon closest to the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere, so September 23rd. Companion stone or metal is garnet, which is a deep red stone, our root chakra connection there, and also the fire and the passion, but also just things coming from source, recognizing the source of your success, and sharing again your blessings with maybe the people who helped you achieve that. And the second full moon, we have nourishment by the end of the month. So there's a lot of fruit here. There's fruit, there's water, there's an overflowing abundance of food, nourishment and fruition, very similar almost. So you're able to feed and support your body, your health, yourself, your loved ones. There's no lack in your life. There's an overflowing abundance. So we have 37 and 7. So 3 sevens, you can think of it that way. So 777 is a manifestation magic number as well. And here we have another 7. Even the Tower is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 17, your card, the star, is the 7th prime number. So this lightning strike or this breaking point or this turning point could be around the 7th of August or the 17th, right after that new moon on the 16th. But let's see what nourishment can share with us. Choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. Okay, so this message is coming up again. We will be entering the season of Virgo in tropical astrology here, August 22nd, 23rd. So that could be a refocus as well. Maybe you're making changes surrounding your health or healthy habits. And all of us have set of values that are individual as our fingertips. Sometimes we aren't sure that what they might be asked, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable, or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making, and commonly our relationships in life are not harmonious. An example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, or somebody who highly values peace being surrounded by loud, drama-filled people who are just the opposite of peaceful. Meeting our values and living by them is a sure way to nourish our being. We feel more complete and fulfilled if we are able to do that. Additionally, it probably isn't an exaggeration to say that the Western world is obsessed by food for the wrong reasons. Food is often used as pain relief, with many people overeating due to anxiety or pain. Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or even simply enjoyable. Learning to nourish bodies purely to give them what they really need is a key to mental and physical health. Companion stone or metal is emerald. So we had the red stone, and now we have a green stone, the heart chakra. So your heart health could be a focus as well, or healing the heart chakra. But nourishing and doing by, again, aligning yourself and putting yourself in a better situation that's more peaceful, you're going to feel like your soul is more supported by the end of the month. All right, so I would like to move on to your alchemy card here. Quicksilver, that's Mercury. Number 24. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. Mercury goes retrograde the 23rd, and then we have this Quicksilver card, number 24, coming up, the very next one. And then we have Blood Sanguis, number 37. Again, 37 showing up. 37 is the 12th prime number. So perhaps 12 could be an important date for you as well. Okay, and the title of this card is Slippery Mobile Mercury. Part liquid and part metal, Quicksilver, also known as Mercury, is a mesmerizing material. Its gift is to slip between worlds. It cannot be pinned down or easily defined. Mercury came to symbolize the god Hermes and the great hermetic secrets of alchemy, always sliding away into secrecy just beyond the alchemist's grasp. It is said that Mercury represents the transition between the physical and the unseen worlds, between life and death, between science and the esoteric. It is the metal of sacred thresholds. Shamanic practitioners of every tradition must acquire the ability to stand at the doorway between worlds. This is no small feat. The Mercury card indicates the querent has a particular gift for such a task. This is the work of the shaman, teacher, sage, artist, and alchemist. Heed the call of Quicksilver. The sacred threshold requires your attendance. If you are attracted to shamanic work, find a trusted teacher who can guide the way. Be discerning in your choice. Alchemy reminds us you cannot transmit what you haven't got. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Quicksilver and Mercury are associated with the lungs. It's no surprise that the shaman is a lifelong student of the breath. So lungs, they're ruled by, Mercury, by Gemini, because they're two-sided. So Mercury also rules the hands because, they're two. They're identical. They mirror each other. So walking between worlds, that speaks to tapping into intuition to me too. So as Mercury goes retrograde, you might be able to receive these messages or this kind of nudging or inspiration to, again, reprioritize things. But it also is a metal of flexibility. It's fluid. It allows and welcomes change. Go with the flow harmoniously. There's not a lot of hang-ups. It's like, well, it seems like a big deal, but honestly, once you start the ball rolling on something, everything kind of falls into place. The dominoes fall together. Okay, let's see what your Making Magic sigil cards have. We have the triple spiral here, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. He's listening here too in the Page of Wands. Protection, strong protection magic for the family and the home. Okay, so there is strong protection during this transition. And triple moon, so three threes coming up now. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Well, we mentioned those three powerful moons, full moon, new moon, full moon. And then next we have self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. Absolutely. And underneath we have love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. All right, so some of you have a current life partner that you are working with and engaging in these changes, or maybe these changes are what is going to initiate that attraction for a business or love partner. Let's see what your Journey of Love card does have for you. Aquarius, the blood dance. Okay, so blood's coming up twice. Blood is thicker than water. So family, it could have to do with honoring your family or protecting them or giving them more of your attention and energy this month. But also blood has to do with the body and the physical health, which was brought up in the nourishment card as well. I mentioned heart health with the green, so it could have to do with your blood flow. Again, I'm not a doctor, so don't, this is not medical advice, but if you want to or were thinking about getting blood work done, that could be something you could look into. All right, so we have the blood dance, 42. The heart craves life and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing far away from the extremities. It is the cycle of relationship, dancing between self and other, into oneness and individuality. So it is with human beings in relationship with each other and with human beings in the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close. It's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment, again showing up to where it is needed. For those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if we very brave, dare and love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center, then, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough we called back to the core of our divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in this dance of life, and you are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes, in our natural flow, it is easier to feel that divine presence than other times, yet you are always the blood, connected by the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you are experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connection shall return with the greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear that you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. So this Six of Swords, this movement, right? I mentioned some of you physically moving. You may be returning to family, the town you grew up in, fulfilling some responsibility or obligation that you're feeling called to do. Okay. Anything else for you? Get a goddess guidance card. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Okay. So, again, that's Leo showing up here, Sekhmet. And we are going into that season in sidereal astrology on the 17th of August. And now let's go ahead and see what your angels and ancestors have, since it seems to be a strong theme of family here, connecting with family or leading the family. Okay, Medicine Guardian came up. There's a couple here, but this one showed up here. Be open to healing information. Here we have Mercury, the Caduceus, Hermes. I believe this is Archangel Raphael. Let's see. And the green color standing out again as the heart chakra. Listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. Healing angels can help you heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically with their energy, but they can also direct you towards information that will help you return to wholeness. When this card appears, information is being revealed that can help heal an aspect of your current situation, whether that be your health, relationship, or even career. So be alert for this. The Medicine Guardian has a caduceus, the healing wand, which represents the capacity to heal with the power of will and desire, and a chalice, which represents returning to a state of wholeness, a state where your cup is no longer full but overflowing with goodness. The emerald color of the card represents the healing rays of Archangel Raphael and his healing angels. You are being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. If you are working through something mentally or emotionally, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you are working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to the information that's coming to you that feels inspired, insightful, and warm. It will be supportive of your wellness. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you are on the road to revealing that wholeness once more. Okay, so there's definitely a restoration of love, of life, of health, of family. There is an influx of energy and support. And there's life being restored here. Did we miss anything? I guess we missed the archetype card here. the shaman. Okay, so you yourself could be the healer. There's another 16 showing up like the tower. I guess it mentioned in the Quicksilver card about shamans using that energy to be the bridge between worlds. You could be the facilitator of this healing. Maybe somebody else in your family's having a health problem and you're there to help them. Okay, and let's get some angel cards to finish this up. What messages? Oops. Can we get from our angels, please, for Aquarius? Healing. I'm not looking at these. I'm just dropping them. Purification. Healing, grace, and presence. So somebody's very grateful for your presence. It also mentioned the presence of your angels here to help you with this process. Okay. So the Sorcerer card under the archetype, I didn't read that. The Magi, the Sorcerer, the Medicine Woman, 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the Shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the Shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. The Mentor. Second, the orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self, the other, and the culture. The Healer. And third, the Shaman is a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges that everyday and sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow, so the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. And I feel that's what you're doing here. You are harnessing this healing energy and perhaps long-forgotten talent or unseen or unknown talent that you have as far as a healer goes. And that's what you're able to share and nourish and help heal others with the knowledge and experience that you've gained in this lifetime. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for tuning in. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.